Welcome students. Let's learn chemistry together. In this series nomenclature, we completed that aliphatic compounds, the suffixes, prefixes, functional groups, substituents, all the rules we have seen in last the 3 videos. In this video we will talk about the aromatic rings. Aromatic rings means this benzene, if this structure you will see, then this is what the Kekulé structure for benzene, and resonance hybrid structure we are using like this, resonance hybrid structure. So this is called as aromatic ring benzene. Okay, and this benzene, if we you will see this kind of structure, suppose this CH3, then CH2, and here this CH and the CH3. If this kind of structure you will see, then this will be called as, if you want you can write like this the whole that structure of benzene in this manner, or in some of the books you will see that this is written AR. AR means aryl. The alkyl word, you all are familiar with the alkyl word, because methane, if the hydrogen is removed, then only this carbon can get attached with any parent chain. Okay, so this methyl, ethyl, propyl, so all these alkyl words we are familiar with this. And now the see benzene ring, so this will be called as aryl group. Okay, aryl, for AR stands for aryl group. Aryl group means the benzene ring is attached here. Okay, so this is what the benzene ring, and we are going to call this as, see this CH4 is methane, and if it is if we are writing CH3, CH3 will be called as methyl group. Okay, so this aryl group, this is this one is C6H6 benzene. Okay, one hydrogen will be taken out. In this case, the hydrogen of attached to this carbon was taken out, replaced by this parent chain. Okay, so this aryl word, so this which substituent we are going to use for this benzene in this case, the main chain is, suppose you are having CH2OH. If this is the structural formula given to you, and if you are asked to write the name of this compound, then what the IUPAC name will be? See, in this case, this is the main chain 1, 2, 3, because this main chain is containing the functional group OH. So 1, 2, 3, prop word will be the word root, then CH3, CH2, CH and CH2OH. If this compound you are having, then this prop will be the word root, and this OL will see in hydroxyl group is present here, so OL will be the suffix. Okay, and this group benzene ring is attached to this carbon, so you will have to name you will have to number this chain as one number you will give to this carbon, because this carbon is containing functional group. So 1, 2 and 3. So what will be the name of this compound? See, 2, this is known as phenyl. Okay, now aryl AR, if you will see, then that means one this benzene ring is attached, and this C6H5. Okay, so C6H5, if it is acting as substituent, then it is called as phenyl. Okay, so 2-phenyl, and sorry, P will be capital. So 2-phenyl, okay, 2-phenyl propane, 1-ol or propanol. because many times I told you that one, by default we have actually chosen that if you are not writing anything, that means one only, the position will be one. So on one position this hydroxyl group is present, so the name will be 2-phenyl propane 1-ol. Okay, so this was the structural formula, and we have learned that if the benzene ring is acting as substituent, then phenyl word we are going to use for them. Okay, now we are in this video we are going to learn when the functional group is attached to the benzene ring, then what name we are going to give them. Aliphatic rings, the open chain structure, and the cyclic structure also we have completed, and the names, new names also, the terminal carbon atoms, the functional group containing terminal carbon atom, if they were attached with the cyclic rings, the new words also, those things also we discussed already. So now in this video we are going to learn about the functional group attached to the benzene ring. Okay, so what names we are going to give? Let's learn this. Okay, so the first functional group see, we are actually writing OH. Okay, so OH, the OH is attached to this benzene ring, and I already told you this phenyl word C6H5. Okay, so C6H5OH. What is the in C, we are going to write this as C6H5OH. Okay, so C6H5 also, if in your parent chain, if C6H5 is attached, that means the that phenyl group is attached to your parent chain. Okay, do remember this C6H5. So C6H5OH, this is the that contains the formula, molecular formula of this compound. So what will be the name? In this case, with aliphatic, that open chain structure, with that we were seeing that the ol word means the number of carbon chains we were counting, and then we were adding ol suffix, and that was what in this case CH3, CH2, CH2OH. So what will be the name? 3 carbons are there, so propane 1-ol, propane, and this E we are omitting, we are removing. Why? Because O will be added to this, and we all are knowing that 2 vowels will not be used together. So propane 1-ol or propanol, this will be the name of this compound. So this with straight chain, what exactly will be the name, that we have already studied. So in this case, what will be the name? This is called as phenol. This is called as phenol. Okay, phenol word we are going to use for this structure. Now see, next is see, with this benzene ring we are going to attach, suppose this COOH we are using, this functional group is attached to your benzene ring. What will be the name? See, when we were actually studying that with cyclic compound, if carboxylic acid, suppose this cyclohexane we are using, the treatment, this double bonds only will tell you that this is benzene. Okay, if the double bonds are not present, that means what? This is cyclohexane. Okay, so cyclohexane, one COOH. If this COOH is directly attached with this this cyclic ring, then what will be the name? The carboxylic, we are going to write the cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Okay, why? Because cyclohexane, cyclohexane, this word we are going to give to this particular that structure, and then this is cyclohexane, and cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Instead of writing oic acid, we are writing carboxylic acid. And also I told you the symmetrical arrangement. If 3-4 carboxylic groups are present, then what we are going to do? Suppose this is the compound. So what we will do in this case, because all are symmetrical, so symmetrical arrangement if you will see. So in that case also, what you are going to use? See, 1 2 3 4 word root will be 4 carbons are there, so word root will be but. Okay, so no that double bond or triple bond is present, that is why between carbon only single bonds are present. So in this butane, and then you will write butane 1 2 3 4 tetroic acid. Okay, so this will be the name, or that trioic acid or tetraoic acid, like that you will write for them. Okay, so this was also we already discussed in my previous video. I showed you that structure also, symmetrical structure. Now in this case, what will be the name of this compound? The carboxylic acid we were writing. Okay, carb word we were using when we were not counting the carbon which is present in the functional group. Okay, so carboxylic acid we were adding to this. What was the name of this compound? The cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Okay, but in this case, instead of saying that benzene carboxylic acid, we are going to write this is benzoic acid. Benzoic acid. And do remember that benz word we are using. See, in this case we wrote phenol. Okay, we haven't mentioned here that benzene 1-ol or benzenol we are not writing. We are calling this compound as this phenol. Okay, so when the functional group is not having any carbon, then this benz word will not be used. Okay, and see, in this case the carbon is present in the functional group which is attached to this benzene. So benz word we are using for this. So benzoic acid. This will be the IUPAC name of this compound. Okay, I hope you understood. Now the next is after this, let's write third. Suppose this CHO. Okay, if you want you can write like this, double bond with this. Oh. So CHO, this CHO, if the CHO group, aldehyde group, if this is attached with any cyclic compound, then what name we were giving to that compound as? The cyclic, that suppose it is present here, suppose this is the structure of that compound. Okay, so this is called as cyclopentane carbaldehyde. Okay, carb word we are using. Why? Because we are actually not counting the carbon which is present in the functional group. Okay, so what we are going to use here, this is cyclopentane carbaldehyde. So if you want you can call this particular compound as benzene carbaldehyde, or so the common name of this compound is benzaldehyde. What will be the common name of this compound? Benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde. Okay, this will be the common name. Now the next part you see, I hope you understood. Now I am rubbing this. See, suppose your benzene ring is containing, see in this case CONH2. That means what? Amide group is present with your benzene ring. So what name you are going to give to this particular compound? This is the benzene, and this in this case carboxamide. I hope you remember when with alkane that we were using with the cyclic ring, we were using when we were not counting the carbon present in the functional group, then we were giving which name? Carboxamide. Okay, so suppose your straight chain also is containing, suppose CH3, CH2, CH2, and then this CO NH2. If this compound you are having with state change, so what you are going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 carbons. That is why you will choose the word root but. Okay, so in this case butanamide, amide word, like that we were butanamide. And with cyclic ring, suppose you are having this cyclic ring cyclobutane, and with this directly this CONH2. If this is this compound is being given to you, and if you will be asked to write the IUPAC name, so what you are doing? The cyclobutane carboxamide. This was the name of this compound. Okay, earlier we have already seen these examples. Now in this case, what will be the name? So many of you guessed it correctly. This is what? Benzamide. Okay, benzamide. This name we are going to this compound. Okay, now next is what? Suppose your C. In this case, your CO, the derivative of acids we are writing first. We haven't written in sequence. Sequence already we discussed. If you want, I'll give you in this video also. I'll tell you the sequence. See, the sequence is what? First of all, the carboxylic acid. Okay, priority series I am writing here. Carboxylic acid. Carboxylic. Many times, if you are seeing and writing, if you will hear this, then definitely you will learn. Carboxylic acid is having the highest priority. Then comes the then sulfonic acid. See, in case of this benzene also, benzene sulfonic acid, like that you will write. If sulfonic acid will be attached to benzene, benzene sulfonic acid, this will be the name. Okay, no changes. So carboxylic acid, then sulfonic acid. After this, anhydride. Anhydride, see, the anhydride that no, in anhydride also we have learned how to give the name. Suppose this CH3CO and then CH3, very commonest example, this with common O, they are attached like this. Okay, so this is called as what? 1, 2, 3. In this case, 1, 2, and here also 2. So ethanoic, in this case you will write that ethanoic anhydride. Okay, this is symmetrical. Symmetrical anhydride. So symmetrical anhydride will be given the name. See, 2 ethanoic groups are present. So we will write only once we will write ethanoic anhydride. And if they are unsymmetrical, okay, unsymmetrical anhydride. So for that, what we are going to use? Suppose your compound is CH3, then CO, this is attached with O, then this O, then here you are having C2H5. So this side you are having, see, O is the common, and this side of O you are having how many carbons? 2 carbons. Okay, and this side you are having 3 carbons. Okay, so they are not the same. Okay, they are not the same. So what will be the name of this particular in this case, what will be the name of this compound? IUPAC name. So 1, 2 carbons are there. So eth word you will use here, ethanoic. Okay, ethanoic, and here what you are going to use? 1, 2, 3. So 3 propanoic. Okay, so what the name will be? Ethanoic, propanoic, means in alphabetical order you will arrange them. So ethanoic, propanoic, anhydride, this will be the name. So this already we have done. Now if that see here we were actually this was about anhydride. Okay, so anhydride we are not having here. We were talking about see, if that acid derivative. So acid halide. Okay, for acid halide also, let's see what after this. Okay, and after anhydride, acid anhydride, you will have the priority series. First we will complete this, then I will tell you the other compound. So this anhydride, then ester. ester, then what? Acid halide. Acid halide. So next, acid anhydride, then nitrile group, or cyanide group also you can say. Okay, cyanide group, then isocyanide, then aldehyde, ketone, anhydride, sorry, amide I haven't written here. Amide group also. Okay, amide, then nitrile, cyanide, isocyanide, aldehyde, then thioalcohol, then ether, before this ether, amine group, amino, okay, then alcohol, then thioalcohol, sorry. Amine, then you have ether group, then I hope you can see this, ether, then nitro group, then halo groups, then alkyl groups. Okay, so this is the sequence, and these are see, this will be this ether, right here, this is epoxy group. Okay, so this epoxy group and nitro, so in this case you are going to write epoxy like that, you can write down. So this will be ether. Okay, so this will be the sequence. Okay, so this was the priority series. Many times we have learned this. So now next, do remember the first, the functional group in which the carbon is bonded with three, if the carbon is engaged with three that hetero atoms, or you can say the bonds is with other than this carbon and hydrogen. If the carbon is involved in making bond with other heteroatoms, then that functional group will get more priority. In case of carboxylic acid, okay, so first of all carboxylic acid we are writing, okay, then we are the carboxylic acid, then the derivative of this carboxylic acid, then the triple bond this carbon is making with nitrogen in case of nitrile, okay, cyanide, and then isocyanide. After that the carbon which is having two bonds engaged with the other heteroatom other than carbon and hydrogen. If this carbon is involved with other heteroatoms, so that will get priority next. Means first the carbon which is involved with three bonds, then the derivatives of that acid, and then will come what, the carbon which is having two bonds engaged with other atoms and the carbon and hydrogen, the two means two bonds will be attached with other heteroatoms and two bonds with carbon and hydrogen. So carbon and hydrogen, other than that, if the carbon is involved with in that functional group only, if the bonds two bonds will be engaged of this carbon, then that will get the priority next time. Okay, so this was about the priority series. Many times we have seen. So now next, see the different examples we are taking here. Now the this is acid halide. Okay, so we are having this compound. So if this suppose this acid halide is attached with this C2H5, this CO, this Cl. If this compound you are having, okay. So in this case, what will be the name of this? For straight chain, what we are using for acid halide? What we are using the suffix here? How many carbons we are having? 3. 2 carbon in this alkyl group and 1 carbon of this functional group. Okay, so 3 carbon. So what will be the name of this compound? Propanoyl chloride. Okay, propanoyl chloride. Okay, and if it is attached with, suppose with one cyclic group you are having, and this cyclic group is attached with this COCl. Okay, so what will be the name of this compound? See, this is cyclopropane. So this name will be cyclopropane. Then this will have carbon, because we are actually not counting the carbon. Okay, so we will write that propyl carbonyl chloride. This will be the name of this compound. Okay, cyclopropyl carbonyl. This word we are using carbonyl because we are actually not counting this carbon in this one, in this chain. So in the main chain we are actually considering this cyclic ring as the main chain. So this main chain is only containing the this carbon attached to the functional group. Okay, so what name we are going to this? Carbonyl chloride. So this will be the name, carbonyl chloride. This will be the name of this compound. Okay. So if and in case of if it is acting as prefix, suppose one more chain we are choosing this, and here we are writing COCl. Okay, CO and this attached with Cl. Then one more, if you are having one more functional group which is more prior than this COCl. Okay, one acid also is present here. So this will be acting as the substituent. So what name you are going to give to this substituent? The prefix will be chlorocarbonyl. Okay, so the numbering will be starting from the more prior functional group, and more prior functional group is this COOH. So you are starting the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so in this case, what will be the name? This 4 chlorocarbonyl, and then oic acid, like that we are writing. So this chlorocarbonyl with this prefix we are going to use. Okay, so let's talk about the main aim today. Our motto is to see what the name we are going to give to the functional group if it is attached directly to the benzene ring. Okay, so in this case what you are having, see the benzene ring and the COCl. So this acid in this case the acid halide or acid chloride is attached to this benzene ring. So what name we are going to give them? So in this case, benzene carbonyl chloride. Okay, or more popularly what we are using, which that name we are going to give to this, IUPAC only has accepted this, so we are going to write benzoyl chloride. this name very popular, and IUPAC also has accepted, so this name you will see everywhere, benzoyl chloride. Okay, so Benz word, you might have noticed that this phenyl word we are using if in case of the functional group attached directly to the benzene ring, if it is not having carbon, then that phenyl word we are using. Phenol we use for hydroxyl group attached to the benzene ring, and in this case the carbon is present in the functional group, so Benz word we are writing here, benzoyl chloride. Okay, so next, if this triple bond this carbon is making with nitrogen. Okay, so this is what name we are going to give them. So in straight chain, if this suppose in straight chain CH2 and this this nitrile we were using for this particular compound, the nitrile suffix we were using for C double bond N, cyanide group. Okay, for cyanide group we were using how many carbons we are having? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we will give this name butane nitrile. Butane nitrile. This was butane nitrile. This was the suffix we were giving to the compound containing this cyanide group. Okay, C triple bond N. Now, in this case, with benzene ring, if this C triple bond N, so this is attached with your benzene ring. So what name you are going to get? So in this case we will use benzene. And see one more thing, let me tell you, with cyclic ring, if this cyanide group was attached, then what name we were giving to this compound? We were giving this see the cyclobutane carbonitrile. This name we were giving to this compound. Okay, see here, if the carbon containing functional group, if it is directly attached to your cyclic ring, then the special names we were giving. So because we haven't counted, this was the main parent chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons were present in this cyclic ring, and this carbon was not counted. That is why we have chosen which word? Carbonitrile. For this carb word we are using for this carbon also, if it is not involved, if it is not counted in the main parent chain. Okay, so this was the name. Now in this what will be your what is your expectation? See, benzene, then carbonitrile, isn't it? This should be the name, but here we are using the cyanobenzene. Okay, I hope you understood. Now one more, the similar kind of functional group, that is what I am writing here. Let's write up this. Okay, so one more, we are having isocyanide group. What is that? Isocyanide group means N triple bond C. What is the difference? Here suppose you are having the straight chain containing this N triple bond C. If this is the if this compound you are having, the structure formula is given to you like this. So what will be the name? In this case, 1, 2, 3 carbons you are having. Okay, and this in this case, this nitrogen is attached with the that alkyl group. Okay, so what will be the name? cyanide word you can use. The common name will be what? 1, 2, 3 carbons you are having, so you will use propane isocyanide. Okay, and if you are counting this carbon also, then what will be the name? The isonitrile, or like this also you can write 1, 2, 3 carbons and isocyanide word, this prefix you can use. Okay, propane isocyanide. Iso word, in place of cyanide we are using isocyanide, or in place of that nitrile we will use isonitrile. Okay, so this was the name when we were using for the straight chain. Now with this benzene ring, if nitrogen, then this. So what name we are going to give? That benzene. See, isocyanobenzene. The same only, isocyanobenzene. Okay. Benzene isonitrile, that also is correct, and if you want you can write isocyanobenzene. Okay. Isocyanate, isonitrile also, this suffix you can give. Okay. Now next, now we will start with carbaldehyde. So carbaldehyde means this CHO, that aldehyde group, if it is attached with this benzene, so what name we are going to give to this compound? This is benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde. Okay. Benzaldehyde means benzene, carbaldehyde. This also is correct if you are writing like this, because we all are knowing that if the cyclic chain is attached with this aldehyde group, then what name we were giving to this? Cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Okay, so if you want, this also will be correct, but benzaldehyde, this name is very common, very popular, and IUPAC name is this only, benzaldehyde. And if you are writing benzene carbaldehyde, so that also will be correct. Okay, so now we have learned how to, and with the straight chain the aldehyde group is attached. So what prefix we what suffix we are using? If that this aldehyde group is acting as functional group, then the suffix will be -al. Okay, propanal. If this aldehyde group is attached with this car, see, this is the example, CH3, CH2 and CHO. If this compound you are having, so how many carbons? 1, 2, 3. So this name will be, name of this compound will be propane-1-al or propanal. Both are correct. So propanal, like that we will use. Okay, now the next is propanal we were using, propane-1-al or this propanal. And the common, see this aldehyde group, and if this aldehyde group, suppose we are having one more, that more prior functional group is attached to this. Suppose you are having this CS2 and this C, more prior functional group is attached. Okay, so what name you are going to give to this particular compound? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this aldehyde, if you are counting this carbon in your chain, parent chain, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 that carbons you are having. So if you are keeping the word root as but, then this will be acting as substituent. So the numbering will be start from this carbon having more prior functional group. So this numbering will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so in this case, what will be the name? If but word you are using, then this this prefix will be for aldehyde group, the prefix will be oxo. Okay, so what you will write here? 4-oxo. We all are knowing that between number and that alphabet we are going to use hyphen. Okay, so 4-oxo. Then 4-oxo, this will be used as substituent, and butanoic acid, this will be butanoic acid. Okay, B will be small. Butanoic acid, this will be the name of this compound. And if you are not counting this carbon, then the name will be what? Here the name will be 3-formyl, F will be capital, 3-formyl propanoic acid. This will be the name of this compound. Both are correct. Okay. So in this way you can name them. Means formyl, this prefix you are going to use for that aldehyde group. Okay. So this will be the suffix if it is attached with benzaldehyde. This name we are going to give to this compound, the benzene ring attached with aldehyde group. Okay, carboaldehyde we were using for the carboaldehyde. This word we were using when we were saw that the aldehyde group was attached directly to the cyclic ring. Then carboaldehyde word we were using. Okay, and benzene carboaldehyde also, that also is correct, but benzaldehyde is the most commonest example, most popular, and this is IUPAC name of this compound, benzaldehyde. Okay, benzaldehyde. Now next is I hope you note it down. This also I am going to write. Okay, so now suppose this ester group is there. Okay, ester group is what? C double bond O O R, R C O O R dash, like that also. If you want, you can write the common that general formula, R C O O or R dash. Now R C O O R dash. R and R dash, why we are writing? Because this R may or may not be same. So suppose you are having here what the name is if it is attached with this cyclic chain. See here, if you are having CH3, CH2, then this CO, then O. If this is your compound, so what name we were giving to that straight chain? This was, see, first of all we will name the alkyl group, alkyl alkanoate. This was the general that name for this ester. Okay. Now alkyl alkanoate, this is that alkyl group. So which alkyl group you are going to write first? The alkyl group which is attached to oxygen. To remember, always do remember that the alkyl group attached with oxygen. Okay, so that will be that will be acting as substituent. That is why that will be written as the prefix. Okay, we will start with this alkyl group which is attached with oxygen. So this will be what? The methyl, because here one carbon was present, OCH3. If OC2H5, then we would have given the name that ethyl. Okay, so here because we are having methyl group, so we wrote methyl, then alkanoate. This whole that part is alkanoate. So how many are that carbons are present? Word root will depend on that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this will be methyl propanoate. And we all are knowing in this case also two vowels are there, but then also both the vowels we are using, O8 we are using here. Okay, so this also, this question may arise, why this two vowels are staying together. So in this case O8 will be the name. Okay, propanoate. Okay, so this was about the straight chain. Now with benzene ring, if your compound is, suppose with your benzene ring, if this O and CH3. If this is the compound you are having and you are asked to write the IUPAC name. So what name you are going to give to this compound? See here, with O which which alkyl group is present here? Methyl, and this will be called as benzoate. I told you that phenoate we are not writing. Why? Because with this C6H5 one more carbon is present. The carbon was present in the functional group only. So if so is the case, then which word we are going to choose? Benz word we are using. Okay. So in this case benzoate, this methyl benzoate, methyl B small. So methyl benzoate, this will be the name of this compound, and very common that name is acetophenone. Acetophenone, this common name also. Generally we are using acetophenone for this. Okay. Okay, so this was about the ester. Now next, alkyl group. Now we are going to choose okay, if OH is present, that we have already seen, this will be called as phenol. Okay, we started with this only. This will be called as what? Phenol. Once again we are writing phenol. Okay, and if nitro group is present with this, nitro group is present, then we are going to call nitrobenzene. Okay, and if we are having I'm rubbing this. If with benzene ring you are having the group nitro, we have seen, okay, NH2. Okay, see, NH2 means this aminobenzene also you can say to this compound. This is aminobenzene, or the very common example we are calling this compound as aniline. Okay, this is aniline. Okay, NH2 is attached to this benzene. This is called as aniline. Now and one more, if this compound you are having, this ether, okay, so this will be called as, see, ROR dash, and in this case what you will write? AROR dash. Okay, R dash or R. So this is AR means what? This is the benzene ring. AR in the beginning only I told you. So this will be what? The name is, this is acting as methoxy. If your alkyl group will change, the name also will change. That will be what? C2H5 if you are writing here, then ethoxy, that this is benzene. So this is methoxybenzene. This is what? Methoxybenzene. Okay. To this compound we are calling this compound as anisole. This is called as anisole. Okay. So now next, if alkyl group is attached with your benzene ring. So if I see, I am writing here. Suppose you are having benzene and then CH3 is attached. Okay. So this is called as CH3. Okay, the alkyl group. So what will be the IUPAC name? The IUPAC name will be methyl benzene. Okay, this is methyl benzene, and the common name is, we are very commonly we are calling this compound as toluene. This is the spelling, toluene. Okay, Toluene, toluene. Now, if see here, I'm rubbing this. Okay. 14, 15. Any number, they could see the numbering. This was what? 15, 14, I think. So this is 15. So, with this benzene ring, if two alkyl groups are present, okay, this is the position of this alkyl group will change. We are writing here, and then in this case we are writing here CH3, then here CH3. Okay, so what will be the name in this case? See, this is 1, 2 numbering means 1, 2, then dimethyl benzene, and here 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 3, then dimethyl benzene. Okay, and this is 1, 4, dimethyl benzene. Okay, so the common names of these compounds will be, this will be called as this is the adjacent. If the suppose for any other substituent or functional group is present here along with this, okay, see, adjacent to this carbon, if your substituent is present here which is adjacent to this, suppose you are considering this carbon, if adjacent to this carbon the substituent is attached, then your position will be called as ortho. Okay, if it is, suppose your this carbon is the reference. Okay, so with this carbon, if this means one place you are leaving, and if your substituent is attached here, okay, 1, then this was 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay, so 1, 3 dimethyl benzene. So for this, this position is called as meta. This is called as ortho. Ortho O. So what will be the common name for them? Ortho dimethyl benzene means ortho dimethyl means 1, 2. This will be representing which positions? 1 and 2. The adjacent positions will be represented by the word ortho. And if one place is left here, and then you are actually talking about 1, 3. So this position will be called as meta dimethyl benzene. Okay, meta dimethyl benzene, and this will be called as para dimethyl benzene. Okay, so this was the different positions, and let's take 1, 2, 3 examples in which the many functional groups are attached with your that benzene ring, and that what name we are going to give them. Let's see a few examples, and then this aromatic part, this IUPAC nomenclature of this aromatic ring, so that will be completed. Okay, so okay, and the common name for this CH3, so this common name is xylene. Okay, if two methyl groups are present with the benzene, then we are the common name is xylene. So this will be orthoxylene, this will be metaxylene, and this will be paraxylene. Okay, so this common name also we have seen. This was the positions, ortho, meta and para positions. Okay, ortho that nitrophenol or meta dinitro benzene. So these words will tell you that where exactly or ortho, if I am saying ortho nitro or meta dinitro. Meta dinitrobenzene. So let's take one more example. The nitro group also will be complete. Shall I wrap this? I hope you noted it down. Now next is see here. Now with this nitro group is present. So this will be called as nitrobenzene. Okay. If your one more nitro is present here, so this will be called as dinitro. Okay, so this will be called as ortho dinitrobenzene. Okay, and if I am saying phenol, ortho nitrophenol. If phenol is this, so if ortho position we are writing here nitro group. So ortho nitrophenol. This will be called as ortho nitrophenol. Okay, this was the example where the two functional groups were present. So one will be chosen as the functional group, and the rest of the functional group also will be counted as the substituents, and substituents will be arranged alphabetically. Okay. And this lowest locant rule also will be followed in this case also. Lowest locant rule means the lowest number should be given to the carbon which is possessing the functional group or the substituents or the priority also. Many times I told you in my previous video also, I told you that what the function first of all what the first of all to which part you will give more preference to. Okay, means numbering also how it will be started. So for everything you will have to keep in mind, if the functional group is present, so the functional group which is possessing, which is carrying the functional group will get that number will get the lowest number. Okay, many times we read about this, but you write down this functional group. After this functional group, more the highest priority this functional group will have, and then if multiple bonds will be present. Okay, multiple bonds means double bond and that triple bond. So both the double bond and triple bond both are having the same priority. Okay. But if you need to name them, so ene and ine, so ene word we are writing first, but they are actually having the same priority. Okay, now next the substituents will have the next priority. Okay, so first of all, when you are numbering the carbons possessing the functional group or the multiple bond or the substituents, so you will have to start the numbering from if functional group is present, then you will start the numbering from functional group, carbon containing functional group. Then if that functional group is not present, then double bond or triple bond, if that will be present in your that compound. Okay, so you will be starting the numbering from that carbon which is having multiple bond. And then this substituent, then if both are not present, then substituent you will be taking care of. Okay, so this priority also you will keep in mind. Now next, yes, if halo group is present, halo group means halogens are attached to this halogens, this chloro, bromo, this iodo. Many we are actually using these that is for fluorine, that all is showing more ionic character is associated with that, more violent reaction that will show. So this, so what name we are going to give them? The fluoro also you write down. If fluorine is present with the benzene ring, we will call that compound as fluoro benzene. If chlorine is present here, then we will call chlorobenzene. If bromine will be present, then bromobenzene. iodobenzene, and so that's it. For this will be called as halo benzene. Okay, so halo word, all the halogens will be used as prefixes. Okay, and this nitro word also will be used as prefix. Always this you are going to use before the benzene. Word benzene will be used after prefix. For halo group also, for nitro group also, and that that alkoxy. So for that also will be used as prefixes only. Okay. So this was all about the different functional group attached with benzene. Okay. So now let's see if more means polyfunctional groups, if they are attached with your benzene, then what name we are going to give them. See, before that, let me tell you, if two 16 or 17, what name you are giving, give that accordingly. देख लीजिए, if this see here, if two benzene rings are attached like this, okay, then we will call this as naphthalene. This is naphthalene. If three are attached, okay, so this will be called as anthracene. This is called as anthracene. So when three rings are attached together, the names naphthalene, anthracene. Okay. So now next, more functional groups are attached with this benzene ring. That what names we are going to give them. See here. Suppose your functional group, you are having these functional groups OCH3, then you are having OH group, this alkyl group also, and COOH. Okay, and suppose you are having this CHO, this also. Okay, so what will be the name? So in this case, what will be the name? Write down one more, COCl. Okay, this everywhere all the functional groups we added to this benzene ring. So what we will see, how we will start the numbering. Which carbon will get that one carbon number 1, which will be called as carbon number 1. See here, the carboxylic group is present. We all are knowing that carboxylic groups, they are having the highest priority. So the numbering will start from this place, 1. Okay, now this is CH3, this is CHO. So in which direction this numbering will go? 2. Number 2 will be given to this carbon possessing this CHO. Then this 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so numbering is done like this. Now you will have to choose one functional group, and obviously that functional group will be what? The COOH. Okay, so now this COOH will be the functional group which you are choosing here. Now the next is see the first carbon number 1. Now the suffix will be decided by this COOH. What is that? That oic, that acid. Okay, this will be the suffix. Now the prefixes. So let's start giving prefixes to all the substituents. This will be called as methyl. Okay, then this OH, if it is used as prefix, this will be called as hydroxy. Okay, this will be called as methoxy. Then this will be called as देखो, this is COCl, acid, that acid halide. So for them we were using what? That carbonyl chloride when it was attached to the ring. If it is acting as if it is acting as prefix, then what name we are going to give them? Chloroformyl. This will be called as chloroformyl. Okay, and this will be called as CHO. So which that prefix we are going to give them? Formyl. This will be called as formyl. Okay, and this COOH. So this will be acting as the functional group, and this will be responsible for the suffix. Now we will have to arrange them. See, we should not think about the priority series. Okay, when you are arranging the substituents, always do remember the substituents will be arranged only and only in alphabetical order. So alphabetically see which one will come first. Okay, now this is what? Methyl. Okay, this is the hydroxy H. Now you are having, see here, this is chloroformyl, so this will come first. Okay, what number we have given to this this carbon is getting which number? 1, 2, 3. We started from this carbon, so 3 chloroformyl. What? 3 chloroformyl, capital chloroformyl. Okay, then next, this is formyl. Okay, so which number we are going to give to this? 2 formyl. Then after this 2 over, then okay, hydroxy. Next will be hydroxy. So 5 hydroxy. 5 hydroxy. So this will be 5 hydroxy. Then methyl group will come next, 5 hydroxy. Then 4, this methoxy also is present. After this, 1 hyphen. Okay, so 4 methoxy. Then all substituents over. Now you will write benzoic acid. Benzoic acid. This will be the name of this compound. So we have learned how to name the benzene ring, this aromatic compound. Okay, so this was the way you can name the aromatic compounds. Okay, so benzene ring, if it is attached with different functional group, what name we are going to give. So everything we have seen today. So I hope you understood, and more that exercise, more that practice will help you in learning the nomenclature in a better way. Okay, so thank you so much.